Okay, Christina here to listen to some music, and I'm so excited. We get to start our next full album listening here on the channel. This one is by the Moody Blues, Days of Future Past. And today's song selection is, because this is track number 1, The Day Begins. I have already listened to one track from this album, but it was a live version only, and that was Nights in White Satin. It was a really great reaction. I mean, I had a good time with it, so feel free to go back and watch that one if you want to. It's been a long time, and I have not gone back and listened to it for a while because I knew that this album was on the horizon. So here we are with this new day on the horizon. And again, how we do this, the full album listening, is that I don't do the whole album all the way through all at once. I do it one track at a time, sometimes more than one track, just depends how many tracks there are on the album. If there are a whole bunch, I might group some together. Or if they're really important and they segue, I might do that as well. But in general, it's just one track at a time with a day or so in between. And I go back and I listen to the tracks that I've heard so far and kind of put them together and just really get to know it. But it is all done in a short amount of time, so I do end up getting the entire full album experience. It's just in little bits, but that's kind of how my professional music brain puts things together anyway. We have to break things up in rehearsal, and when we're helping our students learn their works, you don't always get to do a run-through of a piece. You have to sort of stop and start and then piece it all together. And then as a professional, classically trained musician, instrumentalist, vocalist, composer, and professor, I am here to not just listen, I'm here to dive in and take a look at how this music was composed, the instrumentation, all the instruments that were used, maybe some chord analysis, music theory. I try to throw in some instrument demos, and of course, how do we relate to this music? Why do we like it so much? Or maybe why do we not like it? So again, I am super excited about this one. I've heard a lot of great things, and I'm just getting to know this group. So we've got a lot to learn. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff too. And not all the tracks for the full albums are released publicly, so you can find anything that's not released publicly on Patreon or available for channel members. Okay, so no more delay. Let's listen. Okay, here we go. All right. This is really exciting. Brand new adventure here. Here we go. Okay, what the heck, guys? I think I have tears here. Like, it made me tear up a little bit. Sometimes I sort of get teary just with the excitement of something new, but like this tapped into some emotion there, some musical emotion. There's not a story attached to it other than beauty. Just the beauty of the beginning of this day. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a beautiful orchestral, I'm assuming it's an introduction. It came to a pretty solid close there. Sort of with what we call a Picardy third, which is I'm not sure if the entire thing was in minor key. Basically, when a piece of music is in a minor key the entire time, and then the very last chord is a major, happier chord. So there might have been some major moments in the whole intro, but it ended up like kind of landing in a minor place and then having that lovely major chord at the end. Nice little touch. Okay. It fooled me. I didn't think it was starting right away. I thought there was something wrong with my headphones or something. And then I heard this buzz. There was a buzz. And then such beauty. The buzz was like the first rays of sunlight coming across the horizon. I mean, of course it is. But what a great choice for that sound. And then we have the orchestra, full orchestra, and I'm seeing that it's the London Festival Orchestra, conducted by Peter Knight. Excellent group, excellent writing, excellent instrumentation. It was gorgeous. A couple of moments of lightheartedness, almost a couple of bluesy sort of lines, just interjected just slightly. I'm guessing that sort of leaves the door open for styles to come for the rest of the piece or the album. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. All right, I'm going to back it up just a little bit. I'd like to hear the whole thing again, but we need to keep going. Okay, I could just listen to that over and over. We need to keep going. But I want to back up just a little and catch the end of this and then hear whatever we're transitioning into. I don't know. Here we go. Okay. We're heading into a bigger section orchestrally here. So I want to comment on the next section. Okay, well, first of all, overall, I'm speechless. I was told that there were instrumental tracks, but I didn't know this. Okay, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. This is fantastic. Okay, so the next little section where it came to close, and it wasn't necessarily a Picardy third now that I go back and hear it. It almost was, but it was more like just a suspension and a resolution into a major chord, but close enough. So the next section was so cute and light. Lots of off the string. Da, 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 da. We call that staccato or spiccato. And I picture little free creatures running around, waking up for the day, even maybe little bugs, ants, little things running around. But then it transitioned into something more romantic. So maybe first our attention is drawn to the sky because, this amazing ball of fire that comes up in our sky every day. It's the sky, but then everything wakes up. And so we're sort of earthbound a little bit, but now it's like we're sort of drawn back up, like, oh yeah, the heavens are still there. So maybe we see the creatures of the sky, the birds flying, maybe kind of along with our imaginations, That's sort of what life is all about, right? Is a balance between being grounded and our imaginations, and somewhere in between there is where creativity and happiness lies. So, wow, there's just a lot in this. So the more romantic part that came in, I loved how the harp was used as the transitionary tool to sort of ease us in and out of these little sections. But then when the strings took over and there were some gorgeous lines in there, and then the horns, the brass section in general, but especially the French horns, they took it over. Might have been some trombones in there too, but gorgeous lines, amazing, goosebumps all around. And there were also some moments of more of a feeling of a quick three, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So sort of dance-like, lots of energy. So in this morning that we're waking up, we've had a really great night's sleep and we've got a lot to look forward to in the day. So we have a lot of energy building here. Okay, so I'll back it up again and we'll sort of get into this romantic part, the more soaring part here, and hear the horns possibly blossom again. And then, where are we going? Are there words in this? Is it all instrumental? I don't know.
Cold-hearted orb that rules the night, removes the colors from our sight. Red is gray and yellow white, but we decide which is right.
Okay. So we do have some words, and it's a reading. Okay, I am remembering that with Nights in White Satin that there is a reading element afterwards that I did not get to experience in the reaction I did to the live performance, but I'm going to on the album, I think. So I'm very much looking forward to that. If it's like this, that's going to be really, really great. Okay. Loved that little motif that came back. That little, and it was handed off. I remember hearing bits and pieces of it previously, but it really sort of stabilized into that little motif, that little theme. and heard it in the strings, like in the cellos. It was great. And then some of the woodwinds took it, and then it slowed down. There was a rallentando that really took it into this next section with these words. So I will go and look up what these lyrics are in a moment. Like, I'm going to get through the end of the piece here. So far, I'm able to hear it, though. I'm able to hear the words very clearly. Lovely reading, lovely voice, lovely accent. I'm not sure who that is, but so far, just in the few lines that I've heard of that reading, the instruments behind it are really, really cool. So we had I did this because I was hearing another harp transition. It was a really unusual one. It was almost like the strings were plucked in, like in a harmonic or something, where that's where you lightly touch a string and it doesn't fully ring. You just kind of hear the overtones. And, but then I heard it was talking about actually colorless moments, but there were colors being added with some of the instruments. So for instance, I heard a contrabassoon, I believe, or maybe it was a bass clarinet. I'll have to go back and hear. I don't know. I'm just being so swept away with all of this that it's hard to keep track. But that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Here, I'm going to back up and see if we can get into the reading, and I'll see if we can finish this out. It's just jam-packed. There's a lot going on here.
Cold-hearted orb that rules the night removes the colors from our sight. Red is gray and yellow white, but we decide which is right and which is an illusion. Pinprick holes in a colorless sky let insipid figures of light pass by. The mighty light of 10,000 suns challenges infinity and is soon gone. Nighttime to some, a brief interlude, to others the fear of solitude. Brave Helios, wake up your steeds, bring the warmth the countryside needs.
Oh my, okay. All right, that's a little mini masterpiece. I am very taken by that. To the end, it was really great. I don't know why I'm so overcome with emotion, but I am. I think it's just because I really appreciate the beauty in music, obviously, but one of my favorite things is when I discover it in a place that I wasn't expecting. And I've had that happen a lot on the channel, and for those of you that have maybe seen a lot of my videos, you'll see when that happens, where not only is it a moment of beauty, and it normally would be, but it's a welcomed surprise for me. And I love that so much that it makes me even more emotional. So I'm not just enjoying the beauty of this wonderful little moment of perfection here, and remember, you don't have to be perfect, right? No, you just be okay. But this was just lovely. But I'm also just very happy to be so pleasantly surprised by it. And also, where the heck are we going? I just didn't realize it was going to be like this. I just didn't. So I'm very grateful. I am. So digging into this musically, there are certain forms of classical music that this sort of falls into, but again, I wasn't quite expecting it in this format, on a progressive rock album. But maybe my assumptions need to change here. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so for instance, like a symphonic poem, like a tone poem almost. That's one large work. So it's not quite as long as a full symphony would be, like a Beethoven symphony or Brahms symphony. It's more like maybe 15 to 20 minutes sometimes. And it does sort of tell a story. It can, but it's also more about bringing you into the mood of the story. And there aren't movements where you stop. It's all segue. It's all connected. And it just sort of paints a picture in one fell swoop. And so I sort of feel like that's how this one track was. It was like a little mini tone poem, but then actually had a poem at the end. It was beautiful. I loved the musical interjections that were in there behind as well. We heard the violins playing two close tones way up high in the background, kind of giving us a little sense of wonderment, almost uneasiness sometimes. And in the words I was hearing, I can't believe that I said this before about how we have a choice. I was kind of saying that, and I heard the words say that we can choose to look up or down, basically. And there are things to observe in both places, but you have to have a balance. And then they were talking about how the night sky basically can be observed as good or bad or relaxing or anxious. And so the music behind there, all the instrumentation behind it was definitely supporting that. And so with that, this also to me is like a soundtrack. And it's also very similar to what I reacted to recently on the channel. Not that recently, but in the last handful of months. The part one, the very opening, like the first third of Rick Wakeman's Journey to the Center of the Earth. It's very similar to this. It's very similar. And I love it. I love this genre. Okay, so let's take a look at the words. I'm going to look these up really fast. Let's see. Cold-hearted orb that rules the night. So I'm assuming that's the moon. Removes the colors from our sight. Red is gray and yellow white, but we decide which is right and which is an illusion. Oh, I love that. Pinprick holes in a colorless sky. Stars. Love that. Let insipid figures of light pass by. Oh, is that insipid figures of light? Would that be shooting stars? Would that be, did they have that many satellites and stuff? No, they wouldn't have. 67? Or is it like the oscillation of the stars? The mighty light of 10,000 suns challenges infinity and is soon gone. Nighttime, to some a brief interlude, to others the fear of solitude. Brave Helios, wake up your steeds, bring the warmth the countryside needs. Wow. Okay. Fantastic. Who wrote this? Who wrote those words? Oh my goodness, they're fantastic. Did I get the I guess I'm confused about what the insipid figures of light that are passing by. I'm not sure what that is. Challenges infinity. I guess the mighty light of 10,000 suns. So all the light from the stars is, coming across all of the universe. And then it's just gone from our view eventually. Okay, musically. Let's go back. So I want to hear the beginning again. that weird sound. Was it orchestral or was it synthesized? Yeah, I'm not sure. It sounds almost like a roll on cymbals. It was. So good. Okay. It seemed like a roll on cymbals or tam-tam or a gong or something, but I feel like there was something else added to it, and that's okay. That's totally fine. But then when the orchestra comes in, it's just, we hear all of the rolls, the scales. We often call those runs. And then I think I'm hearing a Respighi technique in there where the bum 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 bum. That's with the brass, but let me just hear it again. I hear the strings possibly plucking underneath. I love that chord. Yeah, maybe. Whoa. See, some of those chords, that's what I was talking about, how it's like kind of jazzy, bluesy kind of, with some seventh chords in there. So the bum, 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 bum. So Respighi does a sort of thing like with the Pines of Rome, Fountains of Rome, where the brass is playing, or woodwinds together playing loudly, but then he has the strings plucking bum, 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 and it sort of gives an extra attack at the beginning of each of those brass or woodwind chords. There's just so much wonder here. Let's keep going. Great string line there. No, I didn't hear the plucking with the brass that time. Oh. Gorgeous. Love it. Yeah. Yeah, so that's where I was hearing some of the little jazzy kind of stuff in there with the little piano line in there. It's a bit of romance and it's a bit of mystery, definitely. But it definitely is just like, to me, it's soundtrack music. In fact, at one point later on, it started to remind me of the soundtrack to Ben-Hur. Let's see if I can go forward and find that. And actually, it was after that next section. So let's hear that next section. That could almost be Ricochet. Nah, I don't know. It's so cute. I hear all the little critters, don't you, running around? Okay, so I have to get the violin out here to demonstrate this. So you could go down, up, up, down, up, up, down. But we do this thing where it's ricochet, and basically we throw the bow. So we're really throwing it down, and we just kind of control the bouncing. So that might be what that bow stroke is. So it'd start on an up. Sort of like that, but really fast. Because it's a little bit too fast. Yeah, so I'm thinking that's ricochet there, just from the string point of view. But it's so playful here. Let's keep going and see where this grows into as well. It's very classical here. Yeah. I don't think my violin violins in tune with the recording. Little harp transition there. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's so pretty. I want to play along. Hang on, I'm going to back that up. Gorgeous. The clarinet takes it, but it changes a little bit. Okay, and so now this is the 3/4 part. It sounds more sort of Renaissance, like Green Sleeves. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I like the glockenspiel at the top with the piccolo. Gorgeous. Okay, that little motif right there. Do I recognize that from Nights in White Satin? Is this from the Nights in White Satin? I think it is. Oh my gosh, I think it is. Okay. And so this part is kind of where I was thinking it sounded like Ben-Hur. There's that theme, that motif. Love it. With the flute. Love it. And the harp transition with the harmonics.
Cold-hearted orb that rules the night.
And then you hear the little violin sounds up the top. Those might be harmonics as well. And it's 2 notes together. So that weird little effect, I know John Williams likes to use that effect a lot. In fact, this little section right here sounds a lot like a John Williams score, doesn't it?
Removes the colors from our sight.
It was bass.
Red is
clarinet.
grey and yellow white. But we decide which is right and which is an illusion.
The flute for the illusion. They're having a little conversation. Yep, we decide. Love that trill. Such a fast trill.
Pinprick holes in a colourless sky let insipid
You hear the
figures of
pinpricks?
light pass by.
There's the light.
The
You hear
mighty
violins
light
in the
of
background.
10,000 suns challenges infinity
Putting
and is soon gone.
the light from all of the distant suns in
Nighttime
the
to some,
trills of the strings.
brief interlude. To others, the fear of solitude. Brave Helios, wake up your...
Okay, so they didn't have 2 different themes for the 2 different viewpoints of nighttime, but that's okay. They just had sort of one sweeping gesture for both. But now with the Helios
Speeds.
coming,
Bring the warmth.
here it
that
comes.
countryside
Here's the warmth.
needs.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. And we have sort of a tremolo, sort of. So it's sort of a slow tremolo. So tremolo is when you do that really fast, but that's more like, so it's more of a measured, more just like 16ths, 1 iena, 2 iena. Okay, but I have to say that sounded like Morning by Grieg. That had to have been a little nod to that there, like had to have been. But that's okay. It's okay to give nods. It's okay. And any comparisons that I do from any other composers, the John Williams stuff, of course, that does not take away from any of this whatsoever, because we all influence one another, and it's all part of the journey. Okay, that was The Day Begins by the Moody Blues. Wasn't expecting that. Excellent, pleasant surprise. I am just overjoyed with this, and I cannot wait to see where we're headed. I'm not expecting the whole album to be orchestral like this, like not at all. If it is, fine, but if it isn't, fine. I mean, I can't wait. So thank you to everyone who voted for this album. I did put a poll up on Patreon and for channel members to help me narrow down and just verify which full album I should do next, because a few good ones had come up. I'm very glad that we went with this one, but I'm sure the others are also going to be very nice. But yeah, this was great. This was great. So thank you everybody who voted for this one. So the next track will be after this, from the night into the the day breaks sort of thing. Let me just check my list. Oh, okay. Dawn. We're headed into dawn. All right. So this is like daybreak into dawn. This is great. This is great. I love it. I love the concept. I love the orchestration. Okay. Ooh, I'm so excited. It's going to be hard to wait to listen to these tracks, but I'm going to stick with the process here. So thanks for coming along with me. And as always, just remember that you don't have to be perfect. Just be okay and keep listening.